guys, so this video is going to be about my first bar experience, and yes, I just turned 21. I did not go to the bar underage, I promise you. So yeah, I turned 21 May 26th, so this was the weekend of, because I think my birthday was on a Thursday. So I'm with my one best friend. Shout out to you. You know who you are. So yeah, we went to One Year House. Her dad had dropped us off, and our plan was to either take an Uber or a taxi home. So we get to the bar. At first I was a little bit worried because my ID I have not changed yet, so it is not expired until August, but it is facing the wrong way still. So I don't know, I guess some places don't accept that, some do. Luckily this place was like cool with it. They let us in, we get inside. Now it wasn't that busy of a night, but I mean there were people. It wasn't anything crazy. I'm just like, oh okay, they were playing pretty good music, I would say. All the spots, all the seats by the bar were taken, but there were other ones throughout the area, so we went and sat at a different table. So it was more towards the back. There was actually a bouncer right near that area. They actually have a couple of them on each side of the bar. I'm not really sure why. I think it's like for safety reasons, but yeah, I don't know why that bar has them, but I guess, I don't know, safe. So the bouncer's name is Derek. He starts talking to us. He's super nice, super friendly, and just being chill, and we're kind of like hanging out with him almost. We get some drinks. I forgot what I got. I think I tried Long Island iced tea or a Red Bull and vodka. I don't know, something like that. And I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And yeah, so we're just having a good time, talking, da-da-da. We felt a little bit left out just because we were all the way in the back and we wanted to talk to people. So finally, when a spot opens, we go ahead and head down to the bar area and we take our seats. So there are a couple of guys sitting next to us. They start talking to us. One of them, he's like 32. I forget how old the other one was, but they were both much older than us, obviously. We're just like, oh yeah, we both just turned 21. She turned 21 a month before me. Her birthday's April 26th, which is pretty funny because our birthdays are only like exactly a month apart because we're both born on the 26th of April and May. But anyways, I don't know what that had to do with anything. Just letting that be put out there. So we're talking to these guys, and then this one guy, the 32-year-old, we'll just call him that, the 32-year-old. He's just talking to me and like, just like, okay, he's like a little bit old, and I think he hugged me, and I'm like, this is kind of weird. This is kind of weird. We're just talking, and then eventually he was like, oh yeah, there's actually I think it was a bachelorette party or a bachelor party at the bar next door, and I think his friend was there or something, so him and his friend go and leave to there, and they were like, yeah, you should come, and we're like, yeah, we'll come. Didn't come, but what can I say? Trying to be nice in the moment. So yeah, and then we're just me and her talking, chilling for a little bit, having more drinks, and we end up getting hungry because, you know, it's like 12 in the morning, drinking, you get hungry. So we order a pizza, and we're right in the middle of eating our pizza. And what happens? These other two guys come and sit by us, and we're like, okay. And then okay, so what should we call them? Because I don't even remember the real names. Is that bad? I'll just go by their hair color. Let's switch it up. So one guy had brown hair, the other guy had blonde hair, and I think they were both 25, so close to our age, but still, to me, that's a little bit, I wouldn't want to date anyone past like 23, but that's just my preference. So, they come and sit by us. The brown-haired guy is like, hey, are you guys going to talk to us, or are you just going to sit there? And we're just like, huh? He's like, didn't you see us looking at you guys, or something like that? And I'm like, thought you guys, because like literally the whole time we saw the two of them looking at each other and laughing, and at first we kind of thought they were gay. I mean, no offense towards anyone that is, but like that's what we had first assumed. And so we were like, oh, okay, they're not, but interesting. And so we're like, oh, yeah, we didn't notice, but yeah, you could hang out with us. So we start talking to them for a little bit. Casey is liking the brown-haired guy. The blonde-haired guy was like not even really talking to me much. He was just kind of like talking to nobody. It was really weird. I'm just like, okay, yeah, why are these guys talking to us? I don't like them. So yeah, they're just talking more and more. I don't remember totally like the conversations and all of that, but there was a point where, because me and my friend are new to this, so she wanted to know the price of a drink or something, or I don't even know what it was. So she was going to ask, and the two of them seemed like they were laughing at her. I'm like, okay, guys, that's kind of rude. We're new to this. You're 25. You know this stuff. We don't. Like, calm down, please. But yeah. So anyway, that was kind of weird. Eventually when it gets later on and the bar is about to close and we are supposed to leave, there's no Ubers in the area. And we're like, seriously? We did not want to take a taxi because taxis were taxis are really expensive. Uber is like decent prices. So we were like, seriously, there are no Ubers? I mean, it was 2 in the morning, so it wasn't that smart of us in the first place, but we thought we'd take our chances. So we're like, okay, guess we have to get a taxi. Great, but what are you gonna do? So these guys are like, oh, hey, wanna come home with us? And I'm like, no. And so I'm like, no, sorry. She has work in the morning. We don't really know you guys. We're just gonna go home. And they were like very persistent. And I'm not just saying, you know, just being kind of like, come on, it'll be fun. No, they were like, legit, I said no to them at least 10 times. At least. Probably 15. I kept saying no. My friend was kind of iffy. She seemed to want to go with them. I'm just like, we are not going. Like, no, I'm sorry. And, I mean, come on. We met them in a bar. They're older than us. We don't know them at all. For all we knew, they could have, like, wanted to kill us or something. I'm not going with them. And they were creepy anyway. And I didn't like them anyways. They seemed slightly creepy to me, slightly weird. No. I'm not about to get killed. So, in situations like that, when, like, I really don't like to be too blunt or too upfront, but the fact that they were, like, not listening to me saying no, I just ended up being, like, very assertive with them, finally, and I was like, listen, guys, this is what I said. We are not DTF, I'm sorry, so there's really no point of us going with you anyways, because I know that's what you want. And, yeah, I let them know, and eventually they backed off, but, yeah, it was really weird. And so, when we were about to leave, we called the taxi. The taxi, by the way, the guy that answered was very rude. The taxi driver we ended up getting was nice, but the, like, guy that was on the answering phone, he was, like, a jerk, but besides the point, so we called the taxi. We're gonna meet them by, I think it was by the movie theater, so we have to, walk out of the bar. The guys walk with us. They go to their car. Yep, one of them was drinking and driving. I'm like, oh my god, seriously? They were not smart individuals, I'm sorry. So, we, say bye to them. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot to say this in the story, I'm sorry. So, earlier in the night, I was being blunt again, and I had asked, the brown-haired guy, I gave him my friend's phone number, because I didn't like him personally. It seemed like she liked him, so I was just trying to help her out. So this will make sense. I did mention that 'cause it'll make more sense later in the story. So anyways, get in the taxi, go home. The taxi was kind of expensive, was not all about that life. I'm not going in taxi again anytime soon. No. So, yeah. And then she tells me that he texts her, I think it was either that night or the next day, and he says, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of looking for a hookup. I don't want to be in a relationship or anything like that. And I'm like, what a douche. Like, I'm sorry I gave you her number. You're an idiot. So, yeah, that was rude. And that was a weird bar experience. And, yeah. That was my first experience at a bar. I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting story. Kinda. Yeah. Well, if you guys like these types of stories and want to hear more, please let me know. Yes, I know that I'm wearing the same outfit in my last video. that I filmed, but that's because I filmed 2 in the same day. Do you have a problem? Do you have a problem? I'm just kidding. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Give this a thumbs up if you like it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!